Hi everyone, welcome to another one of my little videos where I give you some tips and advice from Learn All About Property. Now, I'm in one of our properties that's, as you can see, well underway being refurbished. It's a 5-bedder house, quite a big house actually. And the team of plasterboarders that have been doing all the plasterboarding have just apparently finished. Now, how can I say without upsetting people? One of the things with builders is that very often they say they've done a job, okay, and it's finished. But the trouble is, what I find with some trades is that their workmanship can be very poor. Now, this plasterboarding, as you can see behind me, you may think looks okay, but on closer inspection, what you'll find is that it's out of plumb, it's not level. I can just show you up there. There's big gaps between the boards. And then if I go over here, show you this look. You can see the standard there is not very good at all. Now, the builders might turn around and say, well, the plasterers, they can cover it all up. But that's not the point. And sometimes, no, they can't cover it up, because if things are way out of plumb, or there's big gaps, or it's not straight or level, or, you know, it can cause all sorts of issues. And the plasterers are, you know, there's only so much they can do. Can you see here, they haven't trimmed the boards. Very, very rough and rugged. And you can see up there, look, got the gaps. Can you see? It's just poor workmanship, unfortunately. And these guys may say, well, yeah, we're good at plasterboarding, we do a great job. Unfortunately, this is not a good job. Now, if we go into another room, again, here you can see, yeah, you obviously can't see because I haven't put a spirit level on here, but when I put a spirit level on here, things are not plumb, they're twisted, they're not square. Can you see there the big gaps? And it just goes on and on and on. Now, what do you do? Well, the question is, the builders will say, okay, look, I'm ready now for my payment. And then you may say, well, no, I'm not very happy with this. And they'll say, well, there's nothing wrong with it. So you get into a little bit of a disagreement. And the key is always try and be reasonable and fair, okay? Now, what would you do in this instance? I'd love to hear your comments. Put your comments below. Love to hear what your point of view would be, or what course of action you would be. Do we pay the builders? Do we pay them for finishing this job and supposedly agreeing that it's good? I mean, can you see behind me there? Yeah, look, can you see? Yeah, and then you've got above the window, look, all these gaps here. Do you pay them? Now, if I was to turn around and say to them, no, I'm not paying you, they say, well, we're not coming back to do anything. Okay, fair enough, you know, but then you're going to have to pay somebody else to put this right. So really speaking, what should you do? Should you deduct the cost of putting it right from the previous builders or tradesman bill? And should you give them notice that you're going to do that? Or should you give them the opportunity to come back and put right everything that's wrong? Now, again, you know, some builders will say, I'm not coming back until I get my money. And then you get into a dispute. And then they'll end up probably calling you everything, calling you a crook, calling you a con person. And these type of things happen. And it can be very, very distressing. It can be very upsetting. But the key again is to make sure that you inspect the builder's work on a regular basis. And you point out these things. Now, I've actually pointed a lot of these issues out to this particular builder, but he hasn't rectified them. And now he's saying he's finished and he wants payment. So what do you do? Now, when you're in this business with property investing and refurbishing properties, these are some of the issues that you can come across. And it's all about, as far as I'm concerned, being diplomatic, being open, being honest, being fair, maybe getting second opinions, meeting the builders on site. Make sure you have somebody with you when you do meet them on site, so you've got witnesses. And yes, some builders, some tradesmen can be aggressive. Some can, throw their dummy out of the pram, so to speak, and cause all sort of issues for you. But at the end of the day, if you've got a good builder okay, a good tradesman, he will put his hands up and say, you're right, this isn't good enough. I'll put this right. Don't pay me until you're 100% happy. And those are the type of tradesmen and builders that you should be working with. It's hard maybe to find those to begin with. And when you're investing in property and you go through this type of procedure working with builders, you'll eventually come across good tradesmen, good builders. And my advice is stick with those builders. Cheap doesn't work, believe you me. It just does not work. And the more I look at things in this room, the more faults I can pick up. Now, as it happens, the plastering team that are coming in have also said they've never seen they've never seen such bad plasterboarding works in some areas, not all, in some. And this is what, again, this is a situation where you find yourself in, what is good. Builders say they can do certain things. They reckon they're, are good at everything they do. And what's that saying? Jack of all trades, master of none. So very, very true. But when you get a good builder who maybe isn't good at certain things like maybe plumbing or plastering or electrical works, they'll hire in subcontractors that are damn good, that will do a good job. So that builder will then make sure that everything runs smoothly for you. And at the end of the day, you're happy. And that's the key. If you're not happy, you have to speak out. Now, lots of people end up in court with builders. And again, that's more stress. It's more costs. It can delay things. It may mean that you have to get independent advice. That may be the only way to resolve a problem, but my advice again is try and speak to your builder, tradesman, try and sort these things out so that hopefully between the two of you, you can come to an amicable agreement, and then you can both shake hands and part ways. It's not easy. Right, it's not easy, and I know it can be upsetting, and I know it can put people off refurbishing properties or even, investing in properties. But it's a learning curve, like everything. It's a big learning curve. And the more you get involved in property, the more you learn, and the more you'll be able to pick up things and work with builders and build relationships. And that is what it really is all about. Yes, if you get a dimwit who is just an arrogant type of builder or tradesman, then you just need to part ways as quickly as possible, move on, learn from it. It'll never ever work perfectly. You will get stressed. You may be too picky with the builder. The builder might find you overwhelming. They may find that you're not a good customer to work for. You may delay payments to the builder, which will aggravate the builder and obviously cause him or her to have concerns about whether you're going to pay them. It's a two-way thing, but it's about communication, and it's all about delivering developing a relationship. So yeah, tell me what you would do, put in the comments below, and I will share with you maybe what I did and what the end result was. And if you like, I tell you what, if any of you would like to receive maybe my top 10 tips of working with builders, by all means send me a message and I will send you a PDF with all of that information on. But yeah, if you like this channel, give us a thumbs up, give us a like, and give us a shout out, share it with other people, and subscribe as well. And I'll send you all my videos as and when they come in and when I release them, with more tips and tricks. Tips and tricks. So until next time, for myself and Learn All About Property, ciao for now.